Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Honda Civic Ride and Drive right here in Bohol. We just flew in for this media ride drive. Now, if you're wondering why we're doing this kind of vlog, it's because, well, we're in the middle of, well, we're not quite shooting season 4 yet. And if we're not shooting season 4, this thing is gonna go a little bit stale by the time it hits drive. So what we're gonna do right now, it's a bit of a filler. We're gonna take you on a media ride and drive. It's a bit about the car, a little bit about the event, and what sort of happens behind the scenes in these types of things. Right behind me here is the 10th generation Honda Civic. It is the best one yet to date. It's all grown up now, and us Filipinos have been missing it quite a lot because let's face it, throughout the years this car has been just a phenomenal success, but somewhere around, I guess, I don't know, maybe 99, 2000, somewhere there, started to kind of lose its mojo, if you know what I mean. Came up with a few bland models. I think somewhere after the EK it started becoming a little bit, you know where I'm going with this, right? So eventually what happened is Honda had to inject some testosterone in it, and you can see it all up the front of this car. I mean, just look at this thing and tell me that this thing doesn't scream testosterone. And look at me, I mean, all the sculpted lines, etc. This here is the RS Turbo, so it's got the blacked out grille. That's a little bit different from the 1.8 version. Slightly different mags. It's got a built-in rear spoiler. We're going to take you through as much of the car as possible without giving too much away, because otherwise you won't watch drive and I won't be able to feed my kids, and you know how that's going to turn out. It's going to be ugly for everyone. So let's now take it for a spin. Come on, join me. So we're going to hit some of your questions right now. I got this magical app in the back seat that can read your questions for you. Remember when we did a live video when I first landed in Bohol, I asked you to ask your questions and I promised to answer you. Check this app out. I'm gonna press it. Go.
From Jojo Mondoñedo, does it handle better than the Mazda 3, which has the better transmission response?
Woo! Wow! All right, you should get one of these apps. The Mazda 3 is an exceptionally good handling car, really good. So it's gonna be really tough. So far, I would say yes. And there are some portions here where this car actually outshines it. The only portion, or the only area I would say the Mazda 3 does have an advantage so far, steering. The steering of the Mazda feels a little bit better than this, and that's not a criticism to the Honda, but more of a praise on the Mazda. Transmission, I kind of still prefer the Mazda's transmission just by a slight. This CVT is good, it's economical, but it's not as sporty as I would like it, although I have paddle shifters. Next.
From Ed's Manalansan, Sir James, is it already available in the market?
Yes!
From BJ Satera, how was the steering or handling? Turbo lag, right? How was it on the track and on the road? Your thoughts on the transmission?
We weren't on the track. Steering wise, it's pretty good. What was the second part? Turbo lag? Steering is pretty good. It's not the best in the business, but it's pretty good. Turbo lag, not bad at all. They've done a great job with the turbo here, so you won't really feel it. Let's actually show you. So I'm going to drop it down a gear or two. Can you hear that? That's the transmission. If you can hear that, you can. It's kind of sort of hunting. So this is why I'm not really the biggest fan of CVT. It does work very well, but it's not the sportiest thing. So I do prefer a standard gearbox in the car.
From Paolo Acudina, is the price tag for the Civic RS Turbo really worth it?
It is, because if you have something different, it's super well equipped. You've got all these goodies here. It's not just the engine, but the car itself makes a real statement. If you can afford it, you want to sit a bit of a notch above everybody else, it is worth it. If you're just looking for a good quality sedan, just go for the 1.8.
Hi James, just want to ask if Honda's collision mitigation braking system is available.
Wow! It is. I'm just kidding. No. Next.
From Engelbert Del Rosario, what is a comparison, Toyota, Mazda, or Ford?
They all have unique selling points. The Mazda is a really well-built vehicle. I got a lot of respect for that, but I think the Civic has really sort of taken the fight to their doorstep, and it wins in some key areas. Size for a start, I think it's a little bit bigger. It feels bigger anyway. The steering of the Mazda is a little bit better, but I like this entertainment system that they have here. I prefer the Honda system. It's really good. It's got Apple Play, although I'm not allowed to tell you that. Toyota is a no-brainer, by the way. That's already the default, right? A no-brainer. But if you tune up to excitement or practicality, that's where you sort of look at other options. But you can never go wrong with a Toyota. Next.
From Allendale, is there a 1.5 turbo MT?
No.
From JC Lorenzo, how much is the SRP for the turbo version? and how much?
1.4, just shy of 1.3 something something something. Just call it 1.4.
From Valdeus Pexon, how is the ride? Suspension,
Very good.
handling, and power.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. You know, it misses out slightly, like, you know, when you drove the SIR, that was a bit more, I was more impressed at that time what the SIR was in that time than I am today, but you have to sort of remove, that was another place in time. It was a different technology, it was a different type of vehicle. This is the newer turbo versions. It's not meant to do the same thing the SIR did, but it is great power, great handling, and great performance. They've done an excellent job.
Nikolai Pacres Vargas, can you please request Honda to offer the new Civic in a manual transmission?
Nope. I tried for you. I really did. Last night, begged, pleaded, barred. No, it's not gonna happen. Not here. All right, well, that pretty much wraps up this first video blog in a series of what's going to be many, I promise. I know I keep saying that we're going to do this, but this time we're really committed. There's no turning back. We're going to continue these video blogs. It'll be completely independent from Drive. I know it's not the most comprehensive review. It's not really supposed to be. It's supposed to be like little fillers in between the season of Drive. But more importantly, we get to answer your live questions through the live video, and then we can continue the discussion right here, sort of somewhere here. I don't know if you can, there. See, comments, you click that, you know how it works. It's pretty simple, and then we'll talk about the Honda Civic, and we'll do this for every other car that we do. So till then, my name's James Deacon. Drive safely, guys.